Want to know why it's so hard to write as a business owner? Like, you sit down, you're excited, you go to write an email, you go to write a post, and just blank. Nothing's there. You're like, come on, the words are in my head. I just need to figure out how to communicate them with my audience, and you're stuck. If that's you, don't worry, I have a fix for you. That's what we're going to be talking about in today's video. So I'm Heather, the copywriter, and I teach online experts how to convert their audience from just observers into buyers using buyer psychology and copywriting techniques. We're going to get you writing. We're going to make it amazing. All right. So again, today's video, we're going to be going over why it's so hard for business owners to write. Like, why is it so hard for you to connect? Why do you always tend to get writer's block and you don't know what to say? So we're going to be talking about that today. So hope you're ready. I'm excited. So here's the mindset that you need to shift out of if you're a business owner. If you're a business owner and your first thought is sales and I need to make sure that they know how amazing my product is or my courses or my services are, you've got to switch out of that and you need to switch into teaching mode. Instead of saying, I'm going to show them and tell them, you're going to say, I'm going to teach them about, and then what you do. So as a copywriter, I'm not going to sell you my products and services. Instead, I'm going to teach you about copywriting. And once I shift into that, like, especially for me, maybe you're fine with this, but I struggle with this as the moment I switch from I'm going to tell you about what I do to I'm going to teach you about what I do, everything shifts for me and it becomes so much easier to talk to you. You feel more like a real person because you are a real person, but it feels like I'm talking to a real person on the other end. And all of a sudden my writing flows better. I know what to say to you. Like, it's just easier for me to break things down and teach. So shift your mindset out of I have to tell them about what I do and shift into I'm going to teach them. I'm just going to share everything that I know about content copywriting or about working out or about life coaching or whatever it is you do. Shift into teaching mode, which actually, like, talking about teaching, let me pull you into point number 2, which is talk to someone on like they're a real person. Like, think of someone not like they're a real person, like, but treat your audience like a real person. So you hear a lot of copywriters and I hear a lot of content creators say, like, create an imaginary person in your head. I totally disagree with that. Here's why. When they're imaginary, they're hard to connect with and they're hard to talk to. Instead, what you should do is think about someone that you already know who could use what you're doing now. So maybe this is a past client, maybe this is just someone like a friend you know already, but who could really benefit from what you're doing. So for me, I have a past client who I love. I could work with her for the rest of my life. So anytime I'm creating a video, I'm talking to her. Hey, Lindsay. So I'm thinking of not what does this big, huge audience want, is like, what does Lindsay need to hear? How can I serve her today? What if she asked me about emails? What would I say? And so once I break it down and once I talk specifically to her, it makes it so much easier for me to write down, content ideas. It makes it easier for me to record videos. It just makes my content that much better because it's taking it out of I have to serve everybody to this is who I can help and this is how I'm going to help them. So stop trying to think of a giant audience, a bunch of like nameless blurry faces, and think of one person who's real. They have to be a real person who you can help, who you can talk to when you're writing content. It also helps because sometimes you're not sure what to say. And so anytime I'm not sure what to say, I'm thinking, what does Lindsay need right now? How can I help her move forward if she's stuck? And again, the moment I shift into that, easy to shift and easy to write. So that actually pulls me into easy to write and easy to talk to, pulls me into my last point, which is make your content conversational. I see so many business owners trip up when they do this. You guys write like you're business owners, which you are, which is great, but this is not how you should be writing. The moment someone writes for business, all of a sudden this very formal, very like this need to be very like impressive, like this very weird voice comes, and like people forget how to talk to each other. It's like you shift into this like very formal like voice, and it's so funny to see. Not funny, it's just interesting to see how many people shift into this like type of writing the moment they're writing for their business. Like, you don't need to use large words. In fact, I would encourage you not to use large words, use smaller words, and talk, and I mean write like you talk. So conversational content. This should not be formal. This like the moment it's formal and stiff, people go, ooh, business, advertising, marketing, and you turn them right off. People need to feel like you're talking to them. The same way like we just talked about, like think of one person, well, this is why. Because people want to feel like you're talking directly to them. I'm looking at you, just you, you're the only one in my eyes, right? So just make it very casual, very formal, write the same way you talk. So I will give this tip probably over and over for the rest of my life, but here I am giving it again. If you struggle to write, if you're just, as you're typing, you're having a really hard time, use a talk to text service. So I know Google has one. There's a little microphone you can pull down when you're writing a Google document, and as you talk, it will record what you're saying and put it and translate it onto text on the screen. And then all of a sudden, like watch one. It's way easier to write articles because you're talking, and it's way easier to produce a lot of words as you're talking. That's easy, and your voice becomes really conversational. So if you're ever struggling, if you have writer's block, if you're ever struggling with that, use a text to talk to text service. There's a ton of them. Google is not the only one. So that's my tip for you. So this is why you might be struggling to write if you're a business owner. This might be why you're having such a hard time, like not knowing what to say. I hope these fix that for you. I really do. Super excited to be here. Watch more videos. I've got a ton of content on copywriting, on writing captions for your social media, on writing emails, all of it. Go binge this. All right, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.